Welcome to the Traitors. Hello. Welcome to my reaction video for episode 9 of season 3 of the Traitors UK. I am really looking forward to this. Yesterday's episode was really fun with the mission, one of my all-time favourite missions in Traitors history. So yeah, really looking forward to this. If you'd like early access to these videos, access to the full-length uncut reaction videos, and also just exclusive content in general, check out my Patreon down in the description. You're more than welcome to head over there. $5 a month will get you basically all of those perks. And if you'd like to watch these reactions live with us on Twitch, link to that is in the description as well. But without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Previously.
One player was given a shocking ultimatum.
She did not react like that. I loved that mission. Genuinely might be my favourite mission of all time.
Linda hasn't thrown a traitor under the bus. I think Alex has just slipped up.
Seriously?
I get what he was trying to say, but he did not say it well. There's been a lot of that, actually, because there's the Freddy thing about the barge mission. Then there's Alex saying that. A lot of people are just sort of saying things in ways that aren't doing them any favours, even if the thing they're saying is valid.
I see something in Mina's eyes.
I'm not going to tell Mina.
Charlotte's a devious little devil, isn't she? Mina recruited her, like, it seemingly very sincerely. And yet... So, after the video ended yesterday on stream, we called this, didn't we? We said, if Joe dies, Frankie gets banished. If Lisa dies, who was it? If Lisa goes, probably Leon's banished. If no one dies, I predicted Jake to get banished, because he's the most obvious recruit. So if no one dies, they'll think there might have been a recruitment, and it might be Jake. Especially on a night where half of the players have effectively a shield.
Oh my god, the table's so much smaller.
Oh, I love that. The ducks, I love it.
I think it's Leon.
Yeah.
My next option is probably Mina. I know you're not supposed to have 100%, but I think you, to me, is like 100%.
Yeah.
It's not that you're not supposed to, it's that you're supposed to have a reason, and there's very few reasons.
Someone out of the 9, either 1 or 2, are a traitor, and it's kind of scary that someone's actually compulsively lying.
They're not compulsively lying, they're lying because of motivation provided by a game. Oh, so it's not Joe. Because Joe was one of the 3 they shortlisted, right?
Charlotte, she was born to be a traitor. If I was doing a performance review, I would say she is outstanding.
Yeah.
That's it. That's how
We'll get your thoughts on that at the end of the series, Mina.
So who do you think's been murdered?
So out of Jake, Leanne, and Lisa.
Well, I think it's either Lisa or Leanne.
Yeah, because Jake was in the forest, so they should be guessing probably not Jake, right? We know Jake's not dead. So either Lisa died or no one died.
Hey.
Okay. Okay.
Is that everyone here?
Did they kill Lisa? So they went with the safe option in the end. Cowards!
She's clearly observing more than what she was letting on.
Lisa freaked them out with that RKO from out of nowhere, didn't she?
I saw this coming.
God tell you.
Lisa.
I feel like every night, every faithful thinks they're going to die, so when they get the letter, they're like, yeah, I saw this coming. So, Anna voted for Mina, and then Anna died. Then Lisa threw shade at Mina at the round table, and then Lisa died. I'd be looking at that now, I think.
My esteem is not always the highest, and it's just trying to sort of actually go, no, I can do
Well,
this.
it should be, Frankie. I think you're wonderful.
I got it wrong.
We've all got it wrong. It wasn't your fault.
Right now, Frankie's got a massive question mark above her head for me. I'm a highly emotional person, I really, really am, and when I see people get upset, I feel it, but I don't feel it when she gets upset about something, I don't.
Well, you're not as good at reading that as you thought then, are you? Casual, Claudia, look at this.
The traitors did strike last night.
It's actually brutal.
That is brutal.
Oh, it's been a while since we've had a Leanne Brutal.
Let me just do a quick head count. Yeah, everyone's here.
What does that
Is that a mission about counting?
I assume.
She said,
Like you say, maybe a counting mission. What if it's like how many of the original players were this, for example?
if I feel like my name's going down, then I just want to make sure that seeds are sown around Mina as well.
Wait, why? Why do you want Mina to lose just because you're going to lose? That's just spiteful, Charlotte. Come on. I understand wanting to be the only traitor left, but if you're going...
And I'm thinking, because yesterday I was so het up, like, Leon must be betraying me.
Is it going to be the name that I'm thinking? I'm scared to say.
I've got a 1, 2, 3 game. You want to say a name after 1, 2, 3?
Okay, we can do that.
1, 2, 3.
Mina.
Frankie. Oh!
I just said Frankie, though. I just said Frankie.
Oh! Oh my god! Quick! You're a true sportsman. You should be very proud.
I love Alexander. What a guy. A casual game of badminton on the castle grounds and he's flinging himself around into bushes. Love him.
Anna says her name, Anna's gone. If Leon is, to me that confirms to myself that it's Mina. I can just see them both working really well together.
Since working with Charlotte, I definitely want to get to the final with just me and her and for us to split that money.
Oh dear. Poor Mina. I feel really bad for her. She's played this game like so well. And it feels like she's going to lose primarily because of Charlotte now.
In today's mission, the players are going to have to use both their physical strength and their heads.
Physical strength and their heads. And it's something about counting. Is it going to be like, how many of us will it take to accomplish this thing?
What is that?
Okay, well there's the heads. Head count, yep.
Stonehenge.
That's not Stonehenge, mate.
Yeah, that's my name,
Here are some ancient statues that have been broken into pieces. At the top of the hill are 5 plinths.
I've got to rebuild them.
All you have to do is build statues on all 5 plinths. If you build 5 statues, I'm going to add a whopping £10,000 to your prize fund. This is an all or nothing mission.
Wow.
If you don't get all 5, you add nothing.
What's the catch? Right. So it's which head do you put on?
Head is on that shield plinth, wins a shield, therefore protecting them from murder tonight.
Interesting. I get what they're trying to do, but to me personally...
Well, we could carry the 5 torsos now, right?
I think we need to take the bodies first. Yeah, let's do the bodies first.
Sorry, heads out where?
Yeah.
Players, your time
That's reasonable.
starts now.
Look at them picking the stuff up first. Go on then, guys. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. What I was going to say about the shield thing is... people seem to read a lot into who does and doesn't want shields. I don't think wanting a shield is inherently an innocent or guilty sign. It could mean you're a traitor trying to make sure you've got free choice of kills. Could mean you're a faithful who thinks you might get murdered. Doesn't really... It's another example of that where if you think someone's guilty, you're going to see it as a sign of guilt. If you think someone's innocent, you're going to see it as a sign of innocence. That's how I see it. I think the people who don't really need one at the moment are Leon... Alexander, Leanne, Frankie, but I don't know if she's aware of it.
I'm very comfortable. I've done this many, many times before. I was thinking, do I like hold myself back a little bit? I don't want to be making myself out to be as fit as I actually am.
I mean, at this point, I would just take the money.
Oh, sorry, I can't get any grip.
Let's swap, let's swap.
Because of my disability.
What's that?
I've got cerebral palsy.
Do you?
So it
Has it?
It's a grip. It's
sounded like it was hard.
So I'm basically just carrying it with one hand.
Yeah.
I never...
So I was born
has
with
he mentioned
cerebral
that?
palsy, which affects
Wow.
my right arm and right leg. It has been a struggle growing up. Sometimes because people don't realise I've got it, they assume that like there's no issues or struggles, but there obviously is.
Fair play to the guy. As far as I know as well, this is the first mention of it. Which is mad when you consider like some of the physical tasks they have done.
I don't want to be selfish and take my fate.
Not gonna lie, I do.
Oh God, look, there's dithering over the heads. I can't cope.
I can't cope. This
Like, why aren't they just carrying stuff? Like, it's pissing me off.
Because it matters who gets the... Come on.
I'm going to take my own head. I am here for myself at the end of the day, and I only trust myself at this point.
I haven't had a shield. Joe hasn't had a shield.
Could Leanne like, okay, I'm going soldier mode now for immunity. Nope, never mind. Is Leanne going to get voted out for that? It wouldn't surprise me. It's not the worst reason anyone's ever been voted out in this series.
Alexander, I'd rather not.
Just leave it up.
I wanted my head because I wanted a shield. It might look a bit odd that Alexander's head's halfway up the hill. So I was just like, you know what? We'll pick it up and we'll just take it.
Get the money. You're not getting the shield at that point. Someone else. I love how Alexander just got like the full like explanation from Jake and then just left him to do one on his own.
Joe's got ahead.
What? Excuse me?
Where's it going, Joe?
I'm not deciding. It's not fair.
The last head is here, but you need the last body as well.
Just do a vote, Joe.
Freddie, 'cause he hasn't had one.
Frankie.
I carried Joe's up, so Joe.
Freddie.
I'll go Freddie.
Leon put forward Freddie's name, and I thought, hang on, you apparently don't trust him, but then you want to give him immunity, you don't want to give me immunity. Why would you do that?
If you're not in contention, giving it to a traitor is actually a good pick, because that means you're less likely to die than if a faithful has the shield. Statistically, right? There's one more faithful available to murder.
You did it! Freddie, how do you feel about it?
I love all of you, thank you.
You are protected.
And now we're gonna banish you. So Mina, Leon, and Frankie, I think, are the three they're gonna be looking at this round table.
I wouldn't have dreamt of taking my own head up there. Maybe that is because she really is a faithful and is really desperate to keep getting shield.
Yeah.
I got my back up about people saying things about me carrying my own head. Like, I'm sorry, but why are people playing so nice? We are here for ourselves.
No, I'm actually feeling I'm gonna have to go and address this. Come on.
Okay.
Alright, here we go. Leanne's gonna kick off again. I think Leanne could go, just because of how much she keeps kicking off.
And I don't think it makes Leanne a traitor at all, but it's like...
I don't have that streak within me. Like, I was so aware of like, oh, I'm not going to carry my own head.
Is someone fuming with me because I took my own head up there?
No.
Someone fuming
No,
at you?
Absolutely
that's not the turn of phrase.
No,
What's the issue with me taking my own head up?
There's not an issue. We just said that we wouldn't have taken our own heads. It is as simple as that.
I'm not having people call me selfish.
I mean, what you did was selfish. Own it.
I said a comment about Leanne in the car. Leon goes and repeats what I've just said. So maybe he's sort of throwing me under the bus because he feels heat's on him.
Oh, is this gonna... See, the thing is with Leanne, I think if I were in the game as a faithful, I'd be looking at Leanne because of the way she's reacted to quite a few things doesn't look good. But it looks like it's actually backlashing on Leon. Would I ever apply to be on the show? Yeah, I almost applied for season 2 and then I ADHD'd and didn't get the farming.
If that was me and I was suspicious of Freddie...
You would have given it to Frankie. So
yeah, but I'm not suspicious of Frankie.
Yeah, so therefore I'm in a no-win situation because I'm suspicious of both of them. So what do I do then? What do I do?
The vote was between me and Freddie, and you told me yesterday you trusted me.
The vote just now? Just now?
Yeah. Charlotte and Frankie voted me. It was basically between me and Freddie because I had the second amount of votes.
Well, then I wouldn't have given it to, I would have given it to you. I didn't hear your name. I don't think it's you, so why would I not give it to you?
I mean, you didn't.
It appears there had been some crossed wires. I don't know whether to believe him. I don't know if he's just doing a Linda and pretending to be confused.
Doing a Linda.
Can I go, please?
Yeah, see ya.
First and foremost, say I'm really sorry to Joe.
Oh, soon, okay.
I don't remember anything being said about voting for Joe. Now, where my train of thought is going now is Francesca. Obviously, I've just been a bit confused in terms of, obviously, the voting.
See, Francesca, look, when her name was said, just like Linda when they say traitors.
With Linda, he didn't go for Linda, so that's why I'm thinking that.
I don't vote for traitors because I don't know who they are. I am a bit perturbed.
Leanne, Leon,
I
Frankie.
made in the Jeep coming back from the mission today.
Yeah. It's one of them three, I think.
Because in fact, can I just finish? Because in fact, all I said was it's interesting that Leanne, she still wanted another shield. And it was an observation. And I said, actually, it makes me think that she's actually a faithful because she keeps wanting shields, which is what I would like a shield every time, but I don't.
The point is, I didn't go, it wasn't her sabotagey. She said, no.
I never said sabotage.
No, I'm just saying, I didn't go to Leanne and say,
I never said anything.
What I've heard. Oh, check this out.
I'm just intrigued as to why you felt you had to relay it.
Even when I said that to Leanne, I don't hide away from anything.
Yeah, like, sharing info as the good team is a good idea.
Jake is probably the only real person, and Charlotte's probably, in terms of I could put the highest stock in.
Why Charlotte? Jake I get, but why Charlotte?
You talk a lot with your eyes. I felt panic.
No, the panic is that you're completely right. I have no idea why Joe, Charlotte and I are still here.
Oh, Frankie's going, isn't she?
But
I didn't realise that was a thought.
Like panic, like you wouldn't believe in your eyes. It's almost like...
Well, I did look panicked.
I don't know if it's panic because my names are mentioned or panic because, someone's on to me.
Yeah, I was going to say, panic if someone comes to you and says, I'm thinking of voting you out tomorrow, you're going to panic. No matter what team.
I'm torn between you and Alexander, only because it's such a small table. You went for Freddie, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, that's because I was exhausted lying on the grass.
Oh, don't know.
Who needs a
We're
shield?
not doing the
Freddie?
exhausted, hazy, confused act.
Can we be respectful about it? That's a bit
No,
aggressive.
it's my opinion.
Okay. Fine.
Tell him, Alexander.
I can come back on it if you think it's an important point.
I do.
Okay.
A very important point. So let's go to it first and then move on.
What's my thinking? I was genuinely tired. I'd done 3 torsos up the hill, so I think tired is a pretty reasonable expression of where I was. Secondly, it's important it goes to someone who hasn't had a shield. To be honest, in my head, I couldn't. Okay, well then you could have had it. I'm not against it, but I don't have enough information.
Who is the most faithful?
Jake.
It's Jake, because he's the traitor hunter. It would be the boldest, most incredible move to vote for 2 traitors at the start, but it doesn't exonerate you from not being a traitor.
It doesn't.
It's just a name that's never been brought to the table, but has been brought to my ears.
My name?
Yes, your name. Anna mentioned you, and a couple of other people mentioned you. You're often very quiet at the table, not as vocal as others sometimes.
Does anyone else feel like
I don't
that?
know.
Because I think I speak at every single table.
No, I speak, but maybe not throw names out initially. Maybe I'm wrong.
I feel like I always do. Spoke about Linda.
Yeah.
Spoke when it was Armani. I spoke with Dan. I was in tears.
I know, but it didn't it's almost once the names have come forward.
I actually think I was the first person to speak about Charlotte on the second table.
That's true.
When she said about the word relax.
Okay.
So I do feel like I do speak.
Okay.
Charlotte, we're going to start with you. Who do you believe is a traitor and why?
She's going to put Mina.
Leon, and
okay.
for you.
She's not pulling the trigger yet.
So I'm voting for yourself, Frankie. I am going off a gut feeling.
Hardest vote I've had to do. Leon.
He says that every day, doesn't he? 2 for Leon.
I have some doubts. If the vote could have coalesced around somebody else, I think I'd have probably been persuaded.
There's no hard feelings.
But
Alexander should have doubts on Leon after the death match, to be honest.
I voted for you, Frankie.
Ooh, it's 2 each, so Leanne's looking pretty clear here.
I voted for you, Frankie. I really struggled tonight, and I was really banking on some more theories coming to the table.
You can always bring other names.
Tell him, Frankie!
Leon, whose name is on your board?
Oh, I'm sad if Frankie ends up going. Or Leon, for that matter. I don't want either of these 2 to go.
I put you, Leon.
Oof, 4-3.
I don't understand why you would put a divisive comment out.
I voted for you, Leon. I'm still not even 100% sure.
Is that 4 of all?
Other names would be brought to the table, but I just won't allow myself to believe that.
And there's 1 vote left, isn't there?
For the final vote, Freddie.
Oh, it's Freddie! Oh, poor Freddie! Especially because he's going to be wrong no matter who he votes. They're going to say faithful.
I vote for you, Leon. I respect you so much as a person, and I'm sorry if I got this wrong.
But that might be good for Mina, because Freddie was linking Leon and Mina as a pair. I can't believe Leon went. Frankie was way ahead. She was 4-2 up, right? And somehow won 5-4.
Faithful.
I can't remember who I said. I said if Lisa goes, somewhat gets banished, and I can't remember who it was. Is that what we said?
You need to pick me up? I am throwing you a dinner party.
Is there something shady about this party? The traitor's going to have to do something at it.
I think I know who it is now. Unless I'm being an imbecile.
I mean, he's right, but Freddie was pairing up Leon and Mina as the 2 traitors. So, in his world, shouldn't Mina now be more cleared? I mean, he's right, so I can't really fault him, but I just don't really follow how he's gone from it's definitely Leon and Mina to it's not Freddie. It's not Leon, so it's Mina. I don't quite follow that.
What would you do if you won?
Slight trouble with, having a baby. So, yeah, want to put some money towards that.
So I live at home with just me and my mum. First of all, I try and pay off some of her debt, or just take her on holiday, or give her something sweet like that.
I'd want to give back to mum and dad. I'd want to kind of maybe, take them on holiday. I'll just kind of show my appreciation.
People have got such interesting stories. It felt like we were being normal, regular humans talking like normal people just for a bit. And I think it's exactly what the group needed.
I got married during the pandemic, so I've never had a honeymoon. I'd love to be able to go on a road trip across America with Liam.
I would love to have another baby. Obviously, IVF doesn't come cheap. I actually only ever wanted 2 children. Never expected to have twins. I was only 26 weeks when I went into labour. We
Wow.
spent the first 3 months when they were born in intensive care. I've only had one pregnancy, which obviously didn't go to plan, and I didn't get that experience.
This is why I'm a little loath to apply. I don't feel like I've got anything that fits in this scene, and I think that's a big part of how they choose.
I would like to put money towards my son going to university. I'd like to help the others, because I think nowadays it's so difficult for young people to start off.
I would like to give some money to a charity that I really care about. My brother has special needs and used to go to like a summer camp, and I'd love to put some money their way to keep it going, because it gives parents a break.
My brother had global developmental delay, which just meant he was younger than his age, and autism. He was 17 when he died, I was 24. He looked up to me and thought I was great, and I missed that a lot.
Well, you've all got such noble reasons.
Joe's keeping it real.
I would like to buy a house, but I'm always up en route, so I'd like to do a lot more travelling, turn left on an aeroplane for once, sit in first class.
That is a dream.
And if teaching doesn't work out, buy my own boozer, run a pub.
Okay, maybe I don't need a sob story. Joe's here. Joe don't care.
Will they add to their number or murder?
They're gonna let them recruit to 3v5. That feels harsh.
We are so close to that final. 100%. And I don't see any reason why we can't get that together.
Oh, you nasty little liar. Ooh!
I think, quite frankly, at this stage of the game, we just want to keep the numbers whittling down.
I don't think there's many people would accept.
I 100% agree. Yeah, let's murder tonight.
I don't think many people would accept. I think a lot of the people are really committed to the team at this point.
The positives for Joe is that I think he's very set on Alexander, and he can't be swayed so easily.
I haven't really noticed that.
Especially his relationship with Frankie would shake things up. It's pretty clear Jake is a faithful.
Yeah.
Jake's the kill.
I think Leanne may have been convinced by Frankie tonight.
I think Leanne could end up banished, though. I would go Jake out of those three. Pretty easy. Joe's also fairly well trusted around the group. But there's not been a lot of sus on Joe, which tends to come back to haunt you late game.
It will definitely shock people.
Yeah.
And hopefully not point the finger too much in our direction.
Yeah.
That's the other thing about Jake, is Jake hasn't really been pointing at either of these two.
I really love our duo. I feel like we work well together.
Yeah.
I want to make it to the end with you.
I feel bad for Mina. She's played this so well and so genuinely.
I think we could get to the final 100%, but I absolutely do not think that she would ever see herself not winning. I don't trust her. And she shouldn't trust me.
Oh, Charlotte.
I can trust Charlotte.
Oh, Mina. The one who can trust the other doesn't, and the one who can't trust the other does.
Coming soon on the Traitors.
Oh.
The final
Oh.
draws near.
Hello. Okay.
One of you will win an extraordinary power that could turn the entire game on its head.
Oh, is this a new plot twist? Interesting. So, thoughts. Right, I left your comment until just after that because I wanted to mostly hear what they were saying in the castle, Amy. About I'd take out another traitor at the end game, yeah. Me too, if it comes up. I'm not a big fan of the way Charlotte's been going about, like, proactively going against Mina. I understand the point about having to split the pot. But while it's not a huge pot to split, I think it's big enough to split 2 ways. I wouldn't want to split it 3 or 4 ways, but 2 ways, what, it's on like nearly 70 grand now, so that's like 35 grand. That's a decent chunk of change. That'll last me. That'll do me for a year or 2. Like, do you know what I mean? And that's good. Because I'm not one of those people that, like, they all come on and they're like, oh, I want a holiday, I want this, I want that. I don't know what I want that's like a big ticket item, so I don't need the same prize money as some people. My honest answer is I just want to be able to live without having to go to work. Like, even if it's just for a year or 2, like, you know, I'd be quite... And they're still going to, like, they're going to ramp up how much prize money there's going to be. They're going to get to about 100 grand, so that's like 50 grand each. Like, I'd be good with that. I'd split that. Maybe that makes me a mug, Like, it would depend on who the other traitor was and what vibes I was getting from them. Like, if I had any inclination, like Charlotte seems to, but Charlotte seems to have an inclination that Mina will throw under the bus for seemingly no good reason. I can't understand what... I mean, Mina's voted on the other two traitors, so I guess that's in the back of your mind, but the writing was on the wall with both of them. Mina didn't lead the charge against anyone, like, Mina didn't bring up their names or anything. But, yeah, in terms of thoughts on this episode, I'm gutted Leon's gone. I would have been gutted with either Leon or Frankie, though. They both seem like... I mean, they pretty much all seem like, you know, really nice, genuine people at this point, but Frankie was one of my favourites right from the start, so I'm glad she stuck around. It took me a bit to warm up to Leon, purely because I don't feel like he was featured that much in the first few episodes, like that strongly. But since we've kind of got to know him, I definitely really like Leon as well. Who would I want to win? We're going into the final week next week. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, we're going into the final week tonight. Like this goes up on Wednesday on YouTube, and the final week starts on Wednesday. So yeah, so we're going into the final week. We've got 8 left. I would love to see any combination of Frankie, Freddie, Mina. I think they're like my 3. So either obviously Mina or Frankie and Freddie to win it. The thing is, though, I don't see it playing out that way. I think Charlotte's got a better chance than Mina at the moment with the way they've positioned themselves as traitors. I think with how late Frankie came under the interrogation, and seems to have gotten through it and convinced a few people, she might be a good pick to get to the final. But Freddie, I'm not sure about. I think they might come back round to Freddie. Has she, though, after Freddie's comments? What, has Charlotte positioned herself better than Mina? Yeah, Freddie's gunning for Mina, and I think a few people are starting to look at her. I think the final 4, because I think do they tend to go to a final 4? Well, they're on 8. They're going to wake up with 7. They'll banish on Wednesday for 6. They'll kill for 5. They'll banish for 4, and there'll be no murder, and there'll be a final 4. That's the format, I think. So final 4 for me is probably Charlotte, Frankie, Joe, and either Mina or Leanne. I think. Probably more likely Leanne, but that really surprises me, because I would be looking at Leanne's behaviour as quite suspicious if I were in there, I think. Like, not because any one thing she's done has been inherently suspicious, but when you look at it as like a body of work, it's a dodgy body of work, isn't it? You know, between claiming a load of shields, which could inherently be a faithful thing, trying to get her own head up there, which again could inherently be a faithful thing, getting really flustered just at people bringing their point of view of why it might be her to the table. Like, and for me, the biggest thing is her behaviour after the round tables. The one where Linda went, where she immediately was like, oh, if you'd have voted for me, it'd have been a different story. And then the next one, when everyone was quite emotional about it, she huddled up to a couple of people and just went, it's Alexander or Leon, definitely. Like, Alexander could get into the final. He's really good at talking his way out of things, like, as per his job. So he could be there instead of Leanne or Mina, to be honest. But, like, yeah, for me, Leanne's done a lot of stuff that makes me really want to be suspicious of her if I'm in that game. So I don't think she makes the final. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on who you think will die tonight. I think it's a lock that it's Jake. I think that meeting went Jake, and then the producers were like, we need you to build up suspense. Pick 2 more. Like, I feel like it's so cut and dry that you killed Jake tonight. I feel sorry for him. He's played such a good game. He's played too good a game. Even though he's not been right all the time, he's been so confident and instrumental in leading the Faithfuls to the few victories they have had. He's got no shield. He's got to go for me. If I'm a traitor there. Like, I would have recruited Jake, I've said this a million times, instead of Charlotte, and had I not recruited Jake, I would have killed him that night. I think Mina made 2 mistakes that night. The recruit and the kill were both mistakes for me. What can you do? So, yeah, let me know your thoughts, though, down below, and subscribe if you're new here, leave a like, all that good stuff. Check out the Patreon, the Twitch, and yeah, I don't really have anything else to say except thank you very much for watching. I've forgotten my outro. How do I do my outro? As always, I've been EBEZA, you've been amazing, and I will see you next time.